Classroom music education has a noise problem. When rehearsing, the drum kit and acoustic piano often dominate the space, which rendered the other 20 plus students without a space to practice or rehearse themselves. If you're a lucky teacher with side rooms, students can go in there, but it does create potential duty of care concerns. And the other option is to take instruments outside of the class, which may interfere with the learning that's happening in the surrounding classrooms. So in this modern age, how do we utilize fresh technology alongside online teaching resources to enable simultaneous practicing and rehearsing with 20 to 30 students involved? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we use gig-based learning resources step by step so that you can create a classroom that has all students engaged in multiple bands at the same time. Step number one is to get into a band and get a gig. And so we've got three types of GBL gigs: cover band gigs, original band gigs, solo artist gigs. And if we scroll down beyond the descriptions of these inside our member portal, by the way, I'm just using a free trial GBL account, which you can grab yourself at any time in the link down below. We've got three ways of engaging with GBL gigs, no matter what type they are. You can use the gig kit as level 1, and this comprises of an original song, simplified cover, guided practice session, and some backing tracks. You can use our gig support, which builds it out into a full program, and we have worked examples of how to do that with web tools, lesson plans, programs, scope and sequences, and assessment. And lastly, we build the gig context, so everything we need to know about the gig so that we can learn about ourselves, become more fully human. In terms of a gig, let's just follow one through. Let's follow the classic Get Back by the Beatles, and when you click through, we have student-facing resources and teacher-facing resources. And so the students, we get into a band, get a gig, and we have a gig kit comprising of the original, our simplified cover. This is simplified so that students can get into music as soon as possible. Within 20 minutes, they can learn a part and play in a band. And so we've reduced Get Back by the Beatles in this instance to be simplified so that a year 7 and 8 student can start playing right away. And so what we discovered is that we could create a short 2-minute tutorial, and that would be great and give them the essentials to learn the music. However, they would finish that and say, I'm done. And so what we've created with the guided practice session is an extended tutorial of 10 to 15 minutes in length, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, so that they can sit down in front of their computer and practice with us inside of their headphones. As an example here, we can see when we click on drums, we have got Dr. Brad Fuller there with Brad Cam, the virtual drum kit, which is Superior Drummer, and then a top-down view with drum notation below. So many ways to learn the piece of music. Same with the bass, keys, and guitar. Moving to the backing tracks now, we have drums, bass, keys, guitar, and vocals backing track. This is a mix -1. So we've provided the stems to allow students to fit inside of us as part of the GBL band. And here we have a band chart, although we recommend getting away from the chart as soon as possible, followed by the lyrics and how we count in the song. For students wanting to go deeper or teachers wanting to explore further resources, we've got the Dig Deeper section, including live performances, backstory, influence and impact, covers, and depending on the gig, we'll have different resources in there. As a classroom music teacher, you're often finding yourself in a chaotic environment if everyone is playing at the same time. And so what we've thought about is gig support. Activities that are aligned with playing the gig, so they might be learning about E, A, and D chords, might be learning about eighths or anything that's going on in the drum kit. Could be anything to do with creating a keyboard solo that they could play in the solo section of Get Back. Anything that supports the gig is something they could be doing while other bands are rehearsing. So with the physical space, we are freed up to only need a place for 7 people to go rehearse or practice, while the rest of the class can be doing some gig support activities. This definitely is a more economical option rather than getting resources for everyone to be playing at the same time. So with gig-based learning, we provide worked examples of how that would look like using our resources. We house that in a Canvas course as a fully fledged program that you can enroll yourself as a student. We also talk about how we integrate LTIs and web tools into our learning programs and provide help pages for that. And it's very complicated getting people into different bands, and so everything that we do is structured around the run sheet. And this is just a simple spreadsheet, which we have examples for single classes, team teaching situations, and even an instrument roster so that everyone gets across all the different instruments. And in the green room, they can do music theory tasks, which we've graded inside Aurelia Musician, but we've also got free resources that you can engage in with yourself. We've created custom activities and templates with Noteflight, and provided XML charts that you can download yourself. In this example, it's compose a solo E pentatonic and add ornamentation and articulation. And Green Room 3 is all about researching a cat. In this instance, it's British artists from the 1960s, and they share that research in either a music documentary that they can record or a live presentation, depending on how you want to go about it. Going into Green Room 1 now, we can see interval recognition, and so we provide activities and instructions on how to do that. In terms of Green Room 2, we provide videos and templates as well. So here's an example of a template that you can have in Noteflight yourself in your own LMS, or you can download the XML alongside our tutorials of how to actually do that. And then lastly, Green Room 3, the research. We have all the cats here with links to custom resources, and then the templates and different questions that each band member gets to complete. Moving on down the gig support, we have gig contexts and the dig deeper sections, which we've created multi-track sessions inside Soundtrap, but also just you can download it into your own DAW so that you can create backing tracks yourself. And say if you've got a band with just 2 people, drums and guitar, then you can have keys and bass and the singing as the backing track, and create a custom situation to support your students playing live in front of an audience. And lastly, we like to always track what we're doing, so we provide timers down here for you to use. And this is how we support the gig, the rehearsing and practicing going on at the same time, so it's all happening inside the classroom. So you might be thinking, how does this actually work in practice? And so this is why we have the community of practice, to show how the gigs are happening in real time in multiple different contexts, whether it be private, public school situations, New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, Western Australia, wherever it may be. We have real life examples from our community using the gig kits, using the gig support. And so what we've provided is live Zoom sessions, as well as the WhatsApp group, which you'll find yourself able to join. And we share all sorts of things like discussions around pedagogy, technology, academic literature. We share amazing things that are happening in our classroom and anything we're consuming as well inside the community. And even sharing what our classrooms are looking like and what sort of setups we've got to enable practicing and rehearsing. And you'll notice that alongside the tabs here are various other ways that we support you in creating spaces that involve active music making. Gig-based learning is a great solution to get students practicing and rehearsing simultaneously. But if you'd like to know more about the gig-based learning approach, you need to dig into its philosophical roots. And that's exactly what Dr. Brad Fuller talks about in this video right here. So be sure to click on that video and we'll see you guys over there.